of you are doing super well, and I'm so happy to get back with you with another video. And this video is about modeling requirements. This information is taken again from the BABOK guide, and without any delay, let's get into it. So, what is a model? So, a model is a descriptive and a visual way to convey information to a specific audience. There could be multiple, models that can be created, but we choose the right model which could convey the information in a way that is understandable but by a particular set of audiences. So you might have audiences who are technical people, some may not be tech savvy people. So according to your audience, you need to identify which model would really work for them. So these models would enable not only information to be conveyed, but it also enables communications, discussions, verification of information. It also helps to identify certain gaps that might be in that entire maybe solution or in the requirement. It also helps to identify any duplicate information that could be over there. So these are all the different advantages of using models when you want to convey information. And basically there are two ways and two types of models, which are either matrices or you can have diagrams. Both of them fall under the category of ways of modeling. So if you see matrices, so the matrices, they are definitely a set of, they can be used when a set of requirements, they are generally complex, but they have some uniform structure with them, okay? And in this way, when we say that they have a uniform structure, it means that it can be broken down into elements that would apply to every single entry of the table, okay? So the places in which you can use and ways in which you can use this type of matrices, for example, you might have worked on data dictionaries, or you might have done some gap analysis, or you even would have done requirement traceability or any comparative analysis like competitor analysis, or any feature analysis between different systems, things like that. So in that way, it would be very complex to put everything down in paper and just in a paragraph with a lot of words. So that's where you can use this type of a modeling technique, which is called as matrices. The next one is diagrams. So diagrams, they are very useful when you want to depict any complex information in a way that is very difficult, as I said, to describe in words, or even if it's very difficult to put them in a matrix, and the structures are very uneven, it doesn't follow a very structured and uniform way of representation. Then you could go with the diagrams. And the different techniques where you can use diagrams is when you want to define system or business boundaries or scopes. You want to just give the information where you want to display it in the form of categories or hierarchies. You want to define certain sequences or orders of steps to be executed, or you even want to define certain data, certain entities, and you want to define how these entities and how data relate to each other. These are all different ways in which you could use the diagrammatic way of modeling requirements. So there are different categories and different ways in which these models are also categorized, and that's what we'll see next. So the next one is model categories, okay, as I said. So the very first category is people and roles. So whenever you want to model certain organizations, group of people, a group of roles, their relationships to each other within an enterprise or a solution, that's when you can go with this type of a roles and people type of a modeling. So different ways and instances where you would have used this type of a model category is when probably you would have been either putting down an organizational modeling, or you would have done some roles and responsibilities matrices. You would have wanted to put down a stakeholder chart, or you wanted to put down different personas. In this way, this type of a modeling category would help you to model these people as well as their roles, and you would be able to identify their relationships. The second type of a model category would be the rational category. So, rational is generally a category that defines the why part of a particular change. Why are we making a particular change? Why are we taking a particular decision? So, all these different rationals would fall under this particular category. So, if you see the different techniques that you would have done, either you would have done decision modeling, scope modeling, business model canvases, root cause analysis, business analysis rules, all this give you the rationale of why a particular decision had been taken, why a particular change was kind of initiated, why are you going with a particular strategy. All these would fall under the category modeling category of rationale. And the next one is activity flow. Now all of us would be very familiar with this type of a modeling category, and by the the name that suggests, this modeling category represents a sequence of actions, events, or course of steps that need to be taken. So as we would have used techniques like process modeling, use cases and scenarios, even your user stories could fall under these categories of activity flows, which defines what are all the different steps that need to be followed in order to accomplish a particular goal or complete a particular task. And the next one is capability. So this is another modeling category which focus on the features or the functions of an enterprise or solution. So under this modeling category, business capability analysis, functional decomposition, or any prototypes that you would have built, all these type of techniques would fall under the category of capability, because it's displaying what capabilities either the business or the solution has in it. Okay. And the next one, the last one, is data and information. So these are the models that represent the characteristics and the exchange of information either within a particular enterprise or within an application or solution. So if at all you have worked with techniques like, again, data dictionaries, data flow diagrams, data modeling, you would have worked on certain glossaries, or you would have done some state modeling, you would have done some interface analysis. All this falls under the category of the data and information category of models. So this helps you to understand how the data is and how every data within either an organization or system kind of relates to each other, and how the data information passes on from one entity to another. So these are different categories of the models and the techniques that are within these models. Of course, it's not all the techniques that are there, but it gives you a high level idea of what a model is and the two ways in which models can be categorized. And it also would give you an idea of how well you can model your requirements. It's always best to choose the right model to express the information of your information, not the information of your information, but the information about your requirement, so that your audience can best understand what that requirement is, and they would also be able to validate all those requirements and the information that is within it. So I hope that this video gave you some information and it was useful for you. So if you like this video, please do give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel, and also do share your feedbacks. Thank you.